Hello everyone and welcome to our YouTube channel. Today we are going to pick up our new Tesla, and here you can see our ride for the day. We asked a family member to drive us from southeast Wisconsin, that's the city of Waukesha, where we live, to Illinois, where the Tesla dealership is. The date is March 9th and it was 32 degrees outside, but it was still nice and sunny out. We are going to take I-94, which is an interstate freeway, and this is Waukesha, right next to where we live, our house. This is how the weather looked like that day, and it was pretty good day, nice and sunny. And we are heading from Wisconsin towards Illinois, and this interstate I-94 freeway is going to take us all the way down to Illinois, and then we'll take another road to go to the dealership. So now you can see pretty soon on our right side there will be a big IKEA store. It's in the city called Oak Creek, Wisconsin, and it is the only IKEA in the whole Wisconsin, and it's a huge store. And you can let me know in the comments if you want me to vlog it from the inside to show you all the department and how does it look like from the inside, and we can make a video about it. So now we're driving further south on the same interstate freeway 94, and we're leaving the city of Oak Creek, Wisconsin, which is just south of Milwaukee. And now we're further south, and this is the city of Kenosha in Wisconsin. And we're taking an exit here to a famous store that's called Mars Cheese Castle. So this is only 8 miles north of the border of Wisconsin and Illinois. It was originally founded by a couple named Martha and Mario. Maybe that's why they named it Mars, because that's the first 3 letters of their names. They started as a small homemade cheese store back in 1947. That was about 75 years ago, and it's still owned by their daughter and son-in-law and all the family members, their grandchildren. They still own this place, so it's a family-owned business. And so this place is like renovated into a proper like castle in 2011. That was like 11 years ago. So this is a pretty neat touristy thing in Wisconsin when you're entering or exiting Wisconsin from Illinois. So you can buy souvenirs here, and there's a lot of bakery items and a variety of beers, wines. So yeah, it's a pretty nice, well-lit, decorated area to shop around in the store. And here you can see they have a lot of wine collection here, some nice fancy furniture, and they really gave it a look of a castle. You can see all the signs for cheese, wine, gifts, registers, exit, and this is all the t-shirts, and this is really nice painting that they have displayed on top of their selection, and it looks really nice over there. And Wisconsin is famous for cheese, and the milk products. So they kept the theme of it here. And this you can see is a small dining area because they have a small bar and restaurant built in here too. And they really kept with the theme of a castle with all these like floating candles and a big chandeliers. So yeah, it is a good space to hang out. And these are some pretty nice glass paintings of hanging there. And this is the collage of all of their family pictures, that when it was how they started from a small family-owned shop and expanded it. So this is all of their family pictures that their daughter provided for this renovation into a castle here. As you can see how many different kinds of cheese are here in different packaging, different types, different mild or sharp flavors. And then they have different types of sausages, meats, and they can you can order them however you want and take them as a gift for someone. So whenever we visit this place, we always get their fresh cheese curds. They are really tasty here. And you have a lot of options to buy like different cheese, meat, and wine gift packs to gift to different people. They have a huge collection of all different types of cheese. So yeah, we hung out here for around 20 minutes and looked around, got some cheese curds because we had some of the time, because it's from Waukesha to Illinois. Our whole drive was about an hour and a half, and our appointment was at 12, so we had around 2 hours to get there. So just stopped by and got some cheese curds and looked around for a while, and then we would head back. And here you can see we're entering Waukegan, which is the first city that you enter into once you cross the Illinois and Wisconsin's border. And now we are almost on the road where we're gonna reach the Tesla's dealership. And the place is called Highland Park, Illinois. And there were a lot of different brands of cars. Their dealerships were on this road. And this road is right off and parallel to Highway 41 that connects a lot of cities in that part of Illinois. So right now we're just arriving at the Tesla's dealership. We're gonna look for parking. You can see the Tesla's sign over there. And you can see brand new Teslas. They are parked everywhere. They're probably ready for delivery. So while we were looking for parking here, we were also checking in for our appointment onto our phone, onto Tesla app. And this way the employees and the workers, they know that we are here for our delivery. So they designed it to be completely contactless delivery here. And so the Tesla app was showing us where the exact location of our car should be. So it was somewhere around the front of the dealership. So once we parked, we started walking towards the dealership to see where our car is. So there you can see the freeway where the big trucks are passing. It's right off the main freeway, and there are other small businesses in this area too. So the dealership itself was a pretty basic and small space, and when we went inside, this is just like a small area. There's just one employee there and nothing much going on. So we were inside, we barely talked to anybody, and then we saw the location of our car changing on the app, and then it was right in front of the main door where we entered. So we just came out and our car was just parked. So one of the Tesla employees just brought it to the front of the dealership, and we could see the location of the car changing on our app. And here it was, the moment of truth, our white Tesla Model Y Performance 2022 CUV. It was all ready and set to go, and we were so excited to see it for the first time. And that's the complete look of it. And now we were inspecting it to make sure everything is right before we leave, and there's no problem with the car. Just looking at the exterior of the car. And so here's me opening the door of the car and entering a Tesla for the first time. And this red folder had all the paperwork we need to sign for contactless delivery of the car. So you can enter or like your signatures on it, and then we can hand it to them inside the building, or we can just drop it in the drop box, and we were good to go. So this is how the car looked from the inside. The seats were super cushiony, soft, and comfortable. And this is how the steering wheel looked like. So these are the 2 key cards that came with it. This is the screen you can see. And this is just a reminder that there are airbags installed in this car. So now I'm heading out, and you just press the button and the door kind of clicks open, and then it's a glass door. And I'm just going to check what's in the trunk and how big is the trunk and how does it look like. So there's a small bag. It has a portable charger that comes with the car and that you can plug into your wall. You don't need any special arrangements for that. And these are just license plate covers that we can use once our license plate is ready and we have it, so we can put it on and attach to the car. So you can see the trunk is pretty spacious for a CUV. It has a lot of luggage space. And now we're just looking at the different settings for this car. So we're adjusting seats, And then he's adjusting the AC of the front of the car, and you can like move the airflow however you want on the screen and it will function that way. This is the fan speed. You can adjust that however much you want. And this is the biohazard icon. It basically when you turn it on, it automatically filters and purifies the air inside the car to keep it pollutant free and clean. So we're switching back to fan option. And then there were options to adjust the rear seats and settings where you can change the AC and the fan and the seat warmers for the rear seats. So every seat has their own like seat warmers and their settings that you can change. So now he's gonna adjust the lights, and all the settings are on the main screen. The first thing that was on the main screen was a consent for Tesla to record any accidents or any sort of safety hazards for them to improve their software for future self-driving options. So we just agreed to that we don't have any problem sharing that data with Tesla. So that was the first thing that popped up on the screen, a consent. And here in safety, you can see there's a sentry mode option, which is when you're not in your car, you can turn it on and the cameras around Tesla record it and see whatever activity is going on around it. And then you can later, like a CCTV footage, you can see it, what was going on and what happened. And this dash cam, it's also a security feature in Tesla where if you put it on an auto, it will record if any accident or airbags were deployed. It will record a 10-minute video for you on the cameras, and then you can watch it later. So we just agreed to auto because we don't want to like deal with to turn it on manually and in case something happens. So everything will be recorded for future reference purposes. So now we're changing the steering and mirror setting to adjust it to the driver's preference. Here you tap the key card where it's telling you to put the key card, so then your car will go into the different modes of driving and parking and everything. So to adjust your mirrors both left and right side, you have to use the left knob and it'll tell you how to adjust it on the screen as well. So here he's adjusting the left mirror, and then once he switched to right side, then you can adjust the right side of the mirror, right side mirrors too, but the knob is the same. We're still parked where the Tesla employee parked the car for us. We haven't moved the car yet. So after adjusting the mirrors, he's gonna adjust his steering with the same knob, but there you can see all the settings that you can change with this knob. And that's a glove box option, and in the glove box there was a manual to use Tesla and also a temporary license plate. The glove box is like an okay size. It's neither too big, but it's not tiny. So it's just, you can see on the screen how big it is. And now we're gonna put the car into driving mode and start it. So another thing about the car's trunk is that you don't have to lift it because you just press a button and then it automatically goes up, and then you press the same button and then it automatically closes, so you don't have to manually pull it up or push it down. So here's putting it in drive. First it was neutral, and then the car is calibrating 30 inches around it. It's like checking what's around it, it's checking its surroundings, and it's making sure nothing is in its way or that it can hit. So now as we start driving, this is the first time we're driving our car and taking it out of the dealership. So we also paid for the full self-driving, but we cannot have it right now. First you have to drive it for a while and get a safety score, and once Tesla is sure that you are a safe driver, then they will gradually give you the full self-driving options. So hopefully we can make more videos about how the full self-driving works once we have it. There you can see the car that we actually came into. So our family member that drove us here is going back to their car. You can see it's a Honda SUV parked. So we had an hour and a half long drive back home from here, and here we are just heading out around. It took like less than an hour. It was super fast. And we were just heading out from here now. And that's us leaving the Tesla dealership